So in this video, we're going to be talking about PulseShib and ShibShift. Now, a quick introduction. PulseShib is a Pulse Chain meme coin, and it was one of the very first, in fact, I think the first Pulse Chain native meme coin that was announced. And it was announced soon after Richard Hart announced Pulse Chain. And ShibShift is a DEX that was built to help bring new tokens to the Pulse Chain ecosystem, to also help PulseShib so that there is much more, there's easier access to anyone who wants to access some PulseShib tokens as well. And there's been a lot of shocks that have hit the Pulse Chain ecosystem. If we take a look at it, and the price of Pulse Chain itself has dipped. I think it's now about down 65% from the SAC price, and it's down a lot more from the top of the market. And most Pulse Chain ecosystem tokens have been affected by these shocks. I think there haven't been many tokens that have really, I don't know of any. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. That has not been affected by these shocks. And you start to hear a lot of talk when these kind of shocks happen, and then people are like win moon, win pump. And I think that we need to look at everything in context, right? And understand that crypto functions in a certain way. If you look at Bitcoin, which is the very first cryptocurrency, if you bought Bitcoin in 2017, you're up 25% today. So you held for over 5 years and you're only up 25%. Right? So crypto is a long-term game. And if anyone is, if we're always constantly refreshing the price chart, always constantly refreshing the price chart every single minute, in my view, that's not how the gains are made in crypto. At some point, we've got to stop the obsession with price and start an obsession with building. The one thing that will drive price, if that is what people care about, has to be the growth in utility, the growth in users. Now, I'm not saying this to say that price is not important. Price is important, but Pulse Chain has existed for a little over 4 months. Let's say 6 months, right? And everyone expects to be wealthy in 6 months. Well, I don't think anything like that really works. Now, it did work before in the crypto space, but at the point where we are right now, I just don't think that is still realistic at this point. Now, obviously, what I'm saying is not gospel, it's not guaranteed facts of what's going to happen. If you disagree with these points, let me know in the comments below why you disagree with those points. Now, what is it that I want to see when it comes to PulseShib and ShibShift? Right, the market cap is extremely low, so this thing is extremely cheap. But this thing is a meme coin. Meme coins are just there for fun. They are not there as an investment or anything. It's just something for fun that people create. But sometimes these things that people create for fun turn out to be really big things that are really impactful. I mean, Shiba Inu went up 100,000s of X. They recently launched their very own blockchain, something that started off as a joke, something that started off as a copycat for Dogecoin. Now they launched Shibarium. Now, the strange thing, though, is this. The one thing that I have noticed about all the blockchains that are launching, none of them seem to have that stickability, that power, that punch that Pulse Chain had. That is just reality. I mean, if you look at the numbers, Shibarium launched first, and then it had some problems soon after the launch. Then they had to do a relaunch. And if you take a look at their volumes, the volumes are extremely low. Like, I think the total volume is probably about 2 million. But when Pulse Chain initially launched, we were talking about hundreds of millions the first week, a day. Right. So it talks about the product market fit that is on Pulse Chain. Now, having said that, you've got to understand that the tokens that can survive, the potential that they have is huge. I say that to say this. When PulseShib launched, many tokens launched, and there was one of the biggest issues that I realized is that there's a lot of shiny object syndrome that happens. Because everyone will come and say that, okay guys, why are you not doing what this other coin here is doing? Let's do that. Why not doing what this other coin is doing? But all of those projects seem to always end in the same way. They come up with a big bang. Everyone is talking about it. There's so much excitement, and then they die. But the thing is that no one remembers how many projects have died in the wake of it. Everyone remembers the ones that succeed. No one remembers the ones that die. But people don't realize that they're driving to that the chase of the shiny object thing is extremely detrimental in most cases. Extremely detrimental in most cases. You got to ask yourself, what's going to be here in the next 5 months, in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Now, if you believe PulseShib will be here in the next 10 years, what do you think it will look like, right? I mean, let's look at the market cap right now, right? we had a significant dip. I think there was one big whale who was dumping, and they lost their position. But whenever you have these big whales that dump, what that does is it creates an opportunity for new whales to be reborn. It's like a new rebirth. So right now, PulseShib's market cap is sitting at 212,000. That is extremely low. But if you look at the entire space has shifted a great deal. And the best thing right now, that the focus right now should not be on price. It should not be, except for individual people who have their own individual goals. Someone says, okay, no, look, I just want to increase my position. I just want to dollar cost average. I don't think this opportunity will ever come again. If there's someone who's saying that, yeah, maybe increase your position. But I think the number one thing that should be done now is onboarding new people. I think memes have a huge home on Pulse Chain. And I think most memes are doing it absolutely wrongly. Because of one thing, most of them have too many negative externalities. That's the thing with most tokens that are launching right now on Pulse Chain. They've got too many negative externalities. They've got huge teams. They've got huge stuff. They're not as decentralized. So because of those things, most I don't think will succeed over time. Now, what they will do is they will look shiny. You will have that shiny object syndrome, but you won't have sustainability or long term. You will not have that. And in my opinion, I think that this will have long term stickability. That is what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, again, there's no guarantees in cryptocurrencies, meme coins. This is just for fun. And this is fun that is actually awesome in that it can actually have a disruptive impact on the world. It can actually have a huge impact. It can make a huge dent. So this is fun that can be extremely consequential. Anyway, now long term, what are the things that I would like to see, right? Now, in terms of ShibShift, right? I want to see more activity on ShibShift. And I would like to see a version 2 of ShibShift. Now, that is what I think will be the most exciting thing to happen. And a version 2 will have much more use cases and much more tools that people can use, and that can help people onboard the next tranche of people onto Pulse Chain and onto the entire ecosystem and benefit everyone in the space. And what I do think that though is that the people in the community should start talking about what it is that we want to see on ShibShift.com and how we can enhance it, how we can make it better, and how it can be impactful for the world and make the world a better place. And if you have any ideas, let's jump onto Telegram. And I will leave a link in the description. You can jump onto Telegram and then we can have a chat there, talk about how we can actually help each other to build something that is impactful, that is life-changing. Anyway, guys, I just thought I'd just have a quick talk about my thoughts and how I see things moving, and that's that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and as usual, not financial advice. Again, cryptocurrencies are risky. I always like to say this because it is true, and do your own research and don't invest more than what you're willing to lose. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time.